I have yet to be excessively persecuted for my belief in God. I have not been led before the governor, scourged by my friends, or had my father rise up against me. I understand this may not be the reality for all the people of God around the world. But from my privileged day-to-day existence in Baltimore, Maryland, Jesus' warnings in today's gospel from Matthew 10 seem like overkill. However, it was a pretty sound warning for the first century Palestine. Jesus sent his apostles out on a dangerous endeavor, speaking and teaching in a manner that threatened the Roman Empire and challenged the local religious leaders. Many would lose their lives doing that. Though there is some speculation in the Christian tradition about how the apostles died, it's commonly thought that most, if not all but John, were martyred for their beliefs. They were given the chance to renounce their faith in Jesus to prevent an horrific death, but none did. You will be hated by all because of my name, but whoever endures to the end will be saved, said Jesus. Suffice it to say, at the end, the apostles may have been hated, but they certainly endured to the end. The political and religious climate of the world has changed a bit in 2,000 years, and yet we still have religious martyrs. However, for most Christians, that will not be our ultimate end. So how do we make meaning of today's gospel? I feel a good place to look is at Pope Leo. Since his election, the Pope has demonstrated a leadership and a pastoral style different from other past or current faith leaders. It seems that I can't go a day without reading something about the latest thing that the Pope said or did. And yet, the Pope's closer adherence to the gospel message challenges some, as I'm sure it challenges him. To truly take the Pope's emphasis of preferential option for the poor seriously requires sacrifice and change on the part of countless individuals, both in the Vatican and in the pews of our local churches. In much the same way that Jesus' message challenged the status quo of his time, Leo's message doesn't go against the professed beliefs of the Church, but it does conflict with the lifestyles and the practices of people of faith around the world. Jesus' warning about the discomfort his followers will experience that is as useful today as it was for the apostles. A select few of us may still experience bodily harm and persecution for our faith. But today, the biggest obstacle to authentic Christian living occurs within the realm of daily life. Following Christ's teaching and example involves sacrifice and potential alienation from friends, colleagues, and social structures that promote living a comfortable lifestyle instead of the gospel. More than that, though, we face an internal struggle and discomfort while striving to faithfully incorporate the gospel into our lives. Mother Teresa once said that God does not require that we be successful, only that we be faithful. The gospel makes it pretty clear that the apostles weren't always successful at following Jesus, and the Pope might make the same claim about himself. And yet, for me, both are good examples of what faithfulness looks like, even if that faith gets difficult or uncomfortable at times. Amen.